Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I am in Eternal Towers of Hell because I'm going to be doing another etoh soul crushing review. If you don't know what a soul crushing review is, it's basically where I take a specific soul crushing tower, insane and above, and just play through the tower, explain what I like and dislike about it. I will also talk about my experience playing the tower, as well as give you guys some tips or tricks to help you beat the tower. Today we are in Ring 5 because I'm going to be doing another insane tower, Tower of Icy Blizzards. To get to toib, there is going to be this kind of snowy area right here. It's pretty obvious, it's on the open, so best way to go to it is going to the viewing area. From here you can do the obby and then just jump on top. You can see the snowman, you can just kind of jump on top of the tree and you are in the portal room. What are you doing? Everyone knows that mountain is forbidden to climb. Who told you otherwise? A snowman did? I would be careful. I never trusted those things. And here is the portal with the evil snowman in the back. A lot of people actually dislike this tower, and I guess I can see that because it can get pretty annoying to play, but overall I did enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get straight into this soul-crushing review. Starting off, you have floor 1, and floor 1 is really not that hard at all. It's kind of just a breeze to get you started to the tower. This tower is also a replacement insane, I'm pretty sure, because with the removal of corner clips, they had to change Togah, Tower of Glitching into Healing, to remorseless because it was a lot easier with the new corner flip mechanic. So this is kind of the insane that replaces that tower because Togah was originally insane. So if this tower looks a little bit more modern for this area, it's because it came out later. Anyways, floor 2 is not that bad either, so I'll kind of talk about my experience. I did not spend that much time playing this. I think I spent like 3 or 4 days. It wasn't too bad, but in those days it was actually really fun because I actually really like this tower, and that could be a hot take. You kind of either love or hate this tower, so it's kind of a love-hate relationship. I mean, I love the theme, I love the gameplay, and to be fair, the gameplay can get annoying sometimes, but overall I think it's pretty fun to play through, and actually have rebeaten this tower a few times. It's pretty fun, to say the least. I think what sticks out in this tower is because there's no other tower like this in the game. Now, I know there are some other winter themed towers like Tower of No Return or something like that, but I feel like this tower is unique just in its own way, kinda. Also, fun fact, I beat Citadel of Icy Blizzards and etoh XL when Ring 5 came out, so that's also pretty fun. That was actually really loop faily, but honestly really fun, in my opinion. Anyways, here's the first outside of the tower. It's not that bad, but it can be kinda scary. Also, I'll be using vertical mobility because I don't want to have to focus on rebeating the tower, and I'd rather just play through it and not have to worry about making mistakes. Now here's actually a decently hard editor. You kind of jump early there, so that's not too bad though. Despite this being like high insane, I feel like it's like lower end insane, and I know that because I've rebeaten this tower quite a few times, but still, I think it's like lower insane even when I was trying to beat it for the first time. This tower is pretty scary though, because first of all you have this floor, which is a lot of the falling platforms, and then you have floor 10, which is all outside, pretty much, not all of it. That can be scary when you're trying to beat it for the first time, but it's not really the worst gameplay ever. Watch out, because when you're jumping from the spinner to here, you can hit the falling platform. This is kind of just speed, to be honest. So you can take a break here, but I actually really like this mechanic, the falling platforms. And I know there already are like some falling platforms in the etoh kit, but it's like kind of, I like these because they are more realistic. Like when you think of collapsing or falling platforms, these just kind of come to mind. But there's also a skip here, you can just jump from here to there. And then here's the hard part of this floor. I never really struggle with this. I think I fell on this maybe 1 or 2 times, but it overall wasn't that bad. You kind of just have to go fast. It's really just that you kind of have to worry about. And another thing, we'll get to in a second. This right here, you kind of just, that's what I like to do. You can just block that. And that's pretty much it for the falling platforms for a little bit, I think. I don't know the next occurrence. And then here we have floor 5, I think, so this floor's not that bad. I feel like a lot of the beginning floors are pretty consistent and not too hard. It's kind of later floors you have to worry about, but I feel like they're all kind of the same difficulty, but I think 9 and 10 are like slightly harder. Another fun fact, this tower actually used to be peak insane, but it was revamped a little bit, so you can thank the developers because this was, or whoever made the revamp, but this tower was not great before the revamp, so it's a lot more enjoyable now though, which is kind of all that matters. Anyways, we have floor 6, and this is not really that bad of a floor either, but you are introduced to these kind of collidable spinning killbricks. I really like the gameplay in this tower, and I know I've said I already liked it, but it's just like unique because there's so many like collide objects and stuff. It just feels like it's not repetitive. Here you can just go up the tree, and then these jumps are kind of hard, but it's kind of just timing there. Yeah. And here we have floor 7. The higher you go, the more powerful the storms get. Perhaps you should go take shelter instead of continuing. It'll be spring soon anyways. Oh yeah, every floor it goes up by 100 meters. So this is 600 meters, and at the top it's like 1,100, I think, or something like that. Anyways, let's continue with floor 6. Or not 6, 7. Dude, I swear if anybody comments that, bro, I'm going to. Anyways, here these are collidable as well because they're purple, but this is scary though. This outside right here, because if you fall, you're basically done, I think. I don't think there's a safety net. Yeah, you kind of just fall to your death. This actually looks really interesting without the lighting. Dude, look at this, bro. It's so weird. These spheres, I like to jump forwards. 650 meters right there. This is a falling platform, so kind of jump and do that because you don't want to just walk or else you're gonna fall. And then here's the first occurrence of these icy platforms. You've probably seen this in a different tower, but they're not really that bad. You kind of just go slow on them. Here is just kind of filler to floor 8, and here is 8. As the sun falls, darkness sets in and the storms grow more relentless. You do not turn back when you had the chance. Good luck ahead. Now these floors are scary. Are they harder? Yeah, definitely. But they're still really not that bad, I feel like. I actually don't really do the obby here because there is a skip right here. You can kind of just jump up to that. Works pretty well. I've taken it every time and I haven't get kicked, so that's nice. I also like the kind of decoration. I like the snowflakes on the frame. It kind of looks like a castle, like this little building here and the structures and stuff. It looks more medieval-like, if you could say it. I don't know, I just really like the decorations because there's just a lot of like snowy themes. Like the overall theme is snowy, but there's a lot of stuff that incorporates that and makes it more interesting, which I actually really like about this tower. Okay, here is kind of the hard part with the purple kill bricks. You kind of have to go fast on this. The last 2 spinners are non-collidable, by the way, so that's scary, but it's not that bad. Here, you could either do the normal route and jump like that, but what I like to do is I kind of just jump on the kill break because those are collidable, so that's kind of nice. And then here is basically floor 9. Now, in my opinion, this is the hardest floor. I know I said 10, most of it is outside. It still has like decently hard gameplay, so I like to call this the hardest floor in the tower. It's not really that bad. I mean, there's this spinning kill break, but you can heal right here. There's a lot of other heal spots, so it's not really that bad, but still keep an eye on your health. Here you can just jump to these platforms, but you can just do that. So this moving platform goes away a little quick, so be careful with that. And then here you have probably the hardest section with the falling like ice platforms is this right here. You can either just do that or you can like jump to the platforms. It's not really too hard. Here this kill break is not collidable, so please do not try taking the outer wraps when you can just go inside. You're almost there. You just need to say hi to Wide Sam. This guy is. You're gonna want to go quick on this because he is collidable, so you can get pushed off. It's not really that punishing if you mess up a little bit because he does go by kind of slow, so you do have a good amount of time to go. It used to be worse, I think, but anyways, welcome to floor 10, the scariest floor in the tower. Honestly, not the hardest, for me at least, but I still found nerves on this part. Excellent job making up this far, but to achieve victory, you must scale up the summit. And as you can see, this is the outside. Welcome to floor 10, and good luck. So the gameplay here, it's not really that bad. I feel like what will get you is probably the nerves. For the stress, I just like to jump off like that. This jump is scary, to jump on the tightrope like that. Now here, you could just flick, I guess, but that's kind of unreliable. I like to just do that. Works well. Don't choke. I said most of 10 is outside because there is this small inside section, but the punishment for failing this is not that bad. I don't know what happened to the lighting. I just randomly lost it, but welcome to the second part of the outside section. Now, to get to the truss, you could just go up on the eye, go right here, which works pretty well, but do note, if you try to jump like here, you will hit that part, so I'd say wrap out a little bit. Anyways, you're close. Do not mess this up now. Don't choke. 1,000 meters. You're almost there. And once you're on the ladder, it's basically GG's because the last final jumps are netted. And here we are at the top. You have all the types of snowmans, and you're basically free to the windpan. Okay, so I can't actually do this jump, but this is the last hard jump of the tower. It's netted, like, either way, but kind of do it however you like. Anyways, Tower of Icy Blizzards. Now this tower, I ranked number 4 in my every insane ranking video. So if you dislike this tower, it's okay because I can really see how people might not really enjoy this tower because it is pretty annoying to play sometimes. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. I know in my last video I said I would make a beginner catastrophic like tips and tricks, but I wasn't really prepared for that video, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I want to make a few things. I want to make a beginner guide, a first soul crushing guide, and a catastrophic guide, but I also want to do some other etoh soul crushing reviews, but we'll kind of see. Don't expect to have the beginner cata video next because I don't really know what I'm going to say for that yet, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.